Hey everyone, today I want to share with you an incredible story from the Bible that's all about courage, faith, and the power of believing in yourself even when the odds seem impossible. It's the story of David and Goliath. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into this legendary tale that has inspired millions for thousands of years. Long ago in a land called Israel, there was a fierce army of Philistines led by a giant warrior named Goliath. He was enormous, about 9 feet tall, and armored head to toe. Every day Goliath would step forward and shout to the Israelites, challenging them to send out their best warrior, but the Israelites were terrified. No one dared to face Goliath because he seemed unstoppable. Now, among the Israelites was a young shepherd boy named David. He was the youngest of 8 brothers, and spent his days tending sheep in the fields. David was small compared to Goliath, and he wasn't a soldier, but he was brave, and he had a special kind of faith in God. He believed that with God's help, even the biggest problems could be overcome. One day, David's father sent him to bring food to his brothers at the battlefield. When David arrived, he saw Goliath mocking the Israelites. David couldn't believe that such a giant was insulting their God and scaring everyone.
He asked, "Who is this giant that defies the armies of the living God?"
Some soldiers laughed at him, saying, "You're just a boy, Goliath is a warrior."
But David was undeterred. He said, "I will fight him."
The soldiers and King Saul, hearing this, were shocked. They knew David was just a shepherd, but David was confident because he trusted in God.
King Saul tried to discourage him, saying, "You're too young and inexperienced. Goliath is a seasoned warrior."
But David responded, "I've fought off lions and bears to protect my sheep. With God's help, I can face this Philistine too."
Finally, Saul agreed and gave David his armor, but David found it too heavy and uncomfortable. Instead, he chose to face Goliath with just his sling, 5 smooth stones, and his unwavering faith. As Goliath saw David approaching, he scoffed, "Am I a dog that you come at me with sticks?" But David stood firm, said a quick prayer, and took a stone from his pouch. He swung his sling with all his might and released the stone. It flew straight and hit Goliath right in the forehead. Goliath stumbled, then fell face down to the ground, defeated. The Philistines were stunned. They saw their mighty warrior fall to a young shepherd with just a sling and a stone. The Israelites cheered, inspired by David's courage and faith. This story teaches us that no matter how big our problems seem, whether it's fear, doubt, or challenges in life, we can face them with faith and courage. Like David, we don't need to be the biggest or strongest. What matters most is believing in ourselves and trusting that we're not alone. So next time you face something intimidating, remember David and Goliath. Believe in yourself, trust in your courage, and have faith that with perseverance and faith, you can overcome anything. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring tales. Until next time, stay brave and keep believing.